This is very important for me to have the journal defined by the community rather than the other way around.
The journal Carbon is a multidisciplinary journal dedicated to carbon materials at different scales, from very, very tiny, like nanoscale systems, to micro scale systems. And then what we're doing is we're also trying to get these systems and publish excellent papers in our journal that are related to the applications of these systems or the synthesis of these carbon materials or new forms of carbon.
Carbon Trends is a fairly new journal that we started about 3 years ago, and the goal of Carbon Trends is to offer an open access journal for the carbon community. So Carbon Trends is really what I call a community journal. We really want to establish ourselves as the journal where people working in carbon and related materials would go to communicate their research, and we are really trying to focus on the current trends, hence the name of the journal. But one aspect of the aims and scope of Carbon Trends that kind of distinguish ourselves is the focus also on theory and computation, where we are really aiming at becoming the journal where people on theoretical and computational research in carbon will pick to publish their work.
The bar for excellence at Carbon, it's publish pioneering research. And pioneering research for me, it's seminal work that is first, or is the first, or one of the first, or it's moving the trend, or it's moving the whole field, and it's significant in the area. And in addition, this pioneering research is the driver for attracting other similar work to the journal.
One of the things that I really like to do, and we do this with the support from Elsevier, is to go towards the authors. And we do that by sponsoring small workshops or summer schools. And we create special issues offering people the opportunity to also share the result in the journal itself. So this is it's very important for me to have the journal defined by the community rather than the other way around.
The key tips for submitting to Carbon, I can summarize basically 3. The first one is get a very good, condensed, and attractive title. Not too long. Get to the point. Also, write a very succinct abstract, getting to the point and to the contribution with implications. But again, it's important that the figures in the paper are of the highest quality possible, figures and tables, because they explain the mechanisms or they explain the results in the paper.
When an author wants to submit to Carbon Trends, they have to realize that we are essentially using the same editorial practice that is done in many Elsevier journals, and including Carbon. So we ask authors to realize that always submit their best attempt of a manuscript at the first time. One of the key features of the journal is that we basically do not desk reject any papers. So if an author sends us a paper that's at least in the broad aims and scope of the journal, it will be sent out to reviewers.